Today on Plug and Play, we're going to be checking out Eurobass from Submission Bass. What's up YouTube, Craig Peters here, and like I said, today on Plug and Play, we're going to be checking out Eurobass from Submission Bass. Now, it's been a while since I've done an episode of Plug and Play, and this is a really good reason to bring it back because if you're like me and you like some meaty bass tones in your mixes, but let's say maybe your bass has some old strings, maybe it's been a while since you played, you forgot how to play your bass, maybe you're Glenn Fricker and you hate your bass player and you need someone who can play it perfectly the right way that you tell them, then this might be for you. So Ermin Hamidovic, if you haven't heard that name or if you haven't heard of Systematic Productions, he is a whiz when it comes to getting some really good tones and really good mixes. If you listen to bands like Architects or Periphery, you're probably familiar with his work. He's done a slew of other stuff, but that's just to name some of the few. But this guy knows his stuff, and when I heard the demos that they had on their website, I was really blown away at just how good they sounded in the context of a mix. So they were nice enough to send me a copy to check out, and ever since I've been using it for the past 2 or 3 weeks. I've been just popping it in all the mixes that I've been using, or that I've been doing, especially for metal stuff, because one, it just sounds amazing right out of the box, and two, is, you know, for basically just opening it up and just programming in some notes, it just sounds really good. So if you're curious as to what kind of bass they actually sampled for the library, it's a Spectre Euro 5 LX. And I'm a big fan of Spectre basses. They sound really good, especially when dialed in the right way. So when you purchase Eurobass, one of the things that I thought was really cool is it comes with a DI, a clean, and a drive NKI. And so pretty much you have 3 different levels to choose from. So if, let's say, you're on a time crunch and you just want something that sounds awesome right away, then you'll use the drive NKI because it's already dialed in through an amp and a rig, and it's got, you know, some gritty drive to it. It's just kind of, it's ready to go. If, let's say, you don't want to do any running through an amp, but you want something that you can tweak a little bit more as far as the drive tone, then you can use the clean NKI. And if, let's say, you want to get really hands-on, you want to maybe reamp it, throw it through a bunch of your own gear, then you can use the DI NKI. So I'm going to show you guys a mix that I did using the Eurobass in action. This is with the drive, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that same MIDI part and I'm going to run it through the clean and the DI so you can get a little bit of an idea of how those sound as well. Alright, so let's go ahead and check out the mix using the drive NKI. So yeah, one of the things I just love about how this sounds is that for the guitars, I feel like it really just kind of blends well, and it really thickens up the sound. It sounds pretty natural. I mean, when you listen to it soloed, you can kind of still tell that it's, you know, programmed bass. It still sounds really good. I really like how it sounds. I mean, I don't have to use any sort of articulation switching with like down up picking or just down picking or just up picking. One of the things I like about it is how natural it feels. I literally just opened it up, started plugging in notes, and it just sounds really good. Alright, so with this next example is the clean NKI, and I'm going to be using the Neural DSP Dark Glass B7K just to show the example of how you can use the clean, which is already processed through an amp, but then adding your own distortion to it to give it your own unique sound. So let's go ahead and check that out. All right, so now let's go ahead and hear how the DI sounds. Now this is with no amp processing, nothing. It's just the straight signal from the bass into whatever they use to track it. So let's go ahead and hear how that sounds. Now another really cool thing is it's for the free Kontakt players, so you don't have to worry about owning the full version of Kontakt, so that's always nice. I mean, as far as articulations go, it's not heavily loaded with articulations. I mean, there's some for slide ups, slide downs, some with release samples and not, but it's just for a straight, just plug and play, really awesome metal bass VST. You can't go wrong with it. And I think right now it's going for around $69 or so. So I mean, it's really not that bad. Like I said, tons of options. And since I've been using it, it's been the only thing I've been using for bass. So it's really cool. Is just a sort of plug in and just get some really awesome meaty bass tones into your mixes. Or for the guys who like to do a little bit of tweaking, you have options with that as well. So if you want to get some more info on Submission Bass, make sure to go to submissionbass.com. I'll have the links in the description below. I want to say thank you for watching and make sure to subscribe if you haven't. So just go ahead and take that subscribe button and just uppercut it. Uppercut it right in the face.